You've been fighting for something your whole life. A better job, more money, the right relationship. A sign that you're on the right path. But what if you're fighting the wrong thing? Here's the truth. Most men spend their entire existence in resistance. Resisting what's happening now, pushing against reality instead of understanding it. You wake up and immediately start negotiating with life. If only this were different, then I'd be happy. The problem isn't that life isn't giving you what you need. The problem is you don't trust that it is. You're anxious because you believe the universe is broken, that you have to force every outcome, that if you stop controlling, stop grinding, stop worrying, everything will fall apart. Sound familiar? Most men never admit this. Will you? This anxiety doesn't come from a real threat. It comes from a story you're telling yourself. I have to earn my existence. Alan Watts understood something most people never will. And by the end of this video, you will too. Lesson 1. The universe isn't withholding from you. The universe gives you exactly what you need, but only when you stop demanding it on your timeline. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything that is thrown into it." He wasn't talking about your fireplace. He was talking about this. Everything that comes to you, obstacles, losses, delays, rejections, is fuel. Watts taught that most men waste their lives chasing things because they're operating from scarcity. There's not enough. I need to grab it now. But observe nature for one moment. The tree doesn't force the fruit. The seed doesn't demand it grow faster. There's a timing to everything. Your job isn't to speed it up. Your job is to not get in the way. When you finally accept that the universe isn't against you, anxiety drops 80%. You stop bleeding energy into fear. You start using it on what actually matters. Here's the hard part. Trusting this requires discipline. Not the discipline of grinding harder, the discipline of releasing control you never had in the first place. Lesson 2. You don't actually control the outcome. Control is an illusion. The only thing you actually own is your effort and your response. The Stoics had a principle, dichotomy of control. Some things are in your control, most things aren't. You control your discipline, your choices, your character, your reaction to pain. You don't control whether the market crashes, whether someone rejects you, whether a disease finds you, whether opportunity knocks today or next year. Watts and the Stoics aligned on this. The men who suffer most are the ones clinging to outcomes they can't control. You can work hard at your business. That's in your control. But whether it succeeds in 6 months or 6 years, that's not. This isn't permission to be lazy. It's permission to stop being anxious. Do the work, show up, execute. Then release the need to know when the payoff comes. A captain doesn't control the wind, he controls the sails. That's the difference between a man drowning in stress and a man at peace doing the same work. When was the last time you did something fully? Not for the result, but because the work itself was the point? Lesson 3. Resistance creates suffering. Acceptance creates power. The moment you accept reality, you gain the power to change it. This one breaks men's minds. You think acceptance means surrender. It doesn't. It means, here's what's true right now. Now, what's my move? A fighter doesn't waste energy being angry at his opponent's strength. He accepts it. This man is strong. Here's how I adapt. The Stoics called this premeditatio malorum, negative visualization. Accept the worst, then you're not knocked off balance when it comes. Watts said it differently. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, and join the dance. Your job loss is real. Your breakup happened. The goal you missed, it didn't work out. Fighting these facts exhausts you. Accepting them frees you. But here's the warrior's secret. Acceptance isn't weakness, it's clarity. When you stop fighting what is, you can finally see what you can do. Most men never reach this point. They're still angry at reality at 60. The choice is yours. Lesson 4. Your doubt is not a signal to quit. It's a signal you're growing. The universe tests you with doubt. The men who trust anyway are the ones who get everything. Here's what Watts observed about trust. It's not the absence of fear. It's moving forward anyway. You start a business, doubt hits. You're on day 100 of a goal. You wonder if it's worth it. You get rejected. You think maybe you're not good enough. This is where most men stop. They interpret doubt as a message from the universe. Not for you. Choose something easier. Wrong. Doubt is the universe checking if you really want it. The Stoics had a term, premeditatio. They'd visualize obstacles before starting, not to discourage themselves. To prepare, to know that doubt would come and decide in advance. I'm going anyway. Your doubt doesn't mean the universe isn't giving you what you need. It means the universe is giving you exactly what you need. Resistance. So you become strong enough to deserve what you're after. When was the last time you pushed through doubt and came out the other side transformed? Lesson 5. Alignment is surrender, not control. Stop trying to bend the universe to your will. Align your will with the universe's. This is the final leap. Most men approach life like they're in a wrestling match with reality. They want something, they force it. They white-knuckle it until either it breaks or they break. Watts taught something radical. What if your deepest desires, when they're genuine, not ego, are already aligned with what the universe wants for you? The Stoics called this living according to nature, not your nature as in your ego, your nature as part of the whole. You're not separate from the universe fighting it. You're part of it, expressing itself. Here's the shift. Instead of I want X and I'll make it happen, try I want X. I'll do the work. I trust the outcome will be exactly what I need, even if it looks different than I imagined. This isn't spiritual weakness. This is empirical wisdom. Every major figure, every soldier, athlete, scientist who accomplished something real, reached a point where they stopped fighting and started flowing. The men who have peace while pursuing excellence do this. They're not anxious. They're not desperate. They're focused. They trust. You know this already. Deep down, you felt it. There's a part of you that knows this is true. The question isn't whether the universe can be trusted. The question is, will you? Here's your move. For the next 30 days, test this. Pick one thing you're fighting, one goal you're anxious about, one outcome you're trying to control. Release it. Do the work. But release the need to control when it happens. Show up. Execute. Then let go. Most men won't do this. They'll watch this video, nod, and go back to their anxiety tomorrow. Back to their resistance. Back to fighting the universe. But if you're the man who actually does this, who takes the Stoic challenge seriously, you'll notice something shift. Doors will open. Opportunities will appear. Not because you forced them, but because you got out of your own way. The universe was always giving you what you need. You just had to stop blocking it. Now move. The work is waiting.